you which pathways are popular for obtaining permanent residency and the processing times.
So right now, what I'll say, my general advice is if you are not yet in the metropolitan cities, or even if you are in Melbourne and New South Wales, I've generally been asking everyone to just expand your mind and think about moving into regional Victoria. Simply because then you will have less competition for the 491s,
yes.
Right? And even though the 491 is not a straight up PR, the 491 is a provisional visa first for up to 5 years. Okay. After you've been granted that visa, live and work in that area for 3 years, and then you'll be able to apply for permanent residency. Right. So that's the difference with the 491. But that said, right now, if you're eligible for the 491 and you're able to put in an expression of interest, the 491 invites are one less competitive, right? So in terms of getting a high number of points, it's not that important. And the government and the various states have been handing out 491 invites a lot quicker.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah. And I guess it is, the reasoning behind that, I'm assuming, is trying to attract people to the region, to the regional.
Correct. It's exactly that.
I had a lovely conversation with a family a couple of weeks ago. I think it's on my website. Anyway, but it was a family that came from a farming background and bought a winery here in regional Victoria, and they're just loving it. The regional Aussies are typical Aussies, because we were talking about slang, and she said to me that slang out there is a whole nother English. So
it is actually, and just because my permanent resident visa was sponsored by WA, and that's why we went to Perth first for 2 years before moving to Melbourne. And just from Perth, which is actually not that far out regionally, right? Just from Perth coming to Melbourne, there already is actually an accent change. At least for me, it's not as deep here in the city. Yeah.
But even here in Victoria, when you speak to somebody sort of in Ballarat or something, you get the real good day.
Yes. You get the real good day, and you get the real, like, how's it going? Going. I remember the first time I went to Perth on a holiday. This was when I was in uni. No, I hadn't even gone to uni. And I walked into a store and someone said to me, how's it going? I could not get it. I actually said, sorry, I think I did it 3 times. My sister yelled at me because she was in uni at that time. She said, how's it going?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. We've got a few people online. We've got some time left. If you've got any questions, please pop them in the chat and Charlene will answer them or get back to you if neither of us have the answers, which is very unlikely given the two of us.